Okay, here's a glimpse of what you'll need. I strongly recommend you spread out a plastic sack or a trash sack on your table that will protect your table against stains. Now I'm going to bleach the knots for a more natural look. If you already bleach your knots, you can definitely skip this part. I'm using my measuring spoon with my powder bleach. I'm not using too much bleach powder. I'm going to store my bleach powder in my empty EcoStyle container because the bleach powder didn't come in a container and I like to reuse things, so yeah. And I'm going to use a 30% developer so it won't be too intense. Now for a lace closure, you don't need too much product. And you want to make sure you have a not too loose and also not too runny consistency. I'm applying a small thin layer on my middle and my side part. You don't want to go too thick on the lace because it will sink through the hair and it will make the roots look ashy and kind of blonde. And believe me, you don't want that. But sadly, that does happen sometimes, and if you watch through the end of the video, I will show you how to resolve that. So when I flip the hair, I use the point of my dye brush and gently press it through the lace closure. The reason why I do this is because it defines the part more when I style it, and I leave it in the foil about for 15 to 20 minutes, shampoo, condition it, and come back while it's dry and work on the lace closure as you can see. And I like to start from the bottom of the hair and work my way upwards. Now when I reach a certain length upwards, I'm going to section the hair and also put the bleach in those sections, but I'm making sure that the bleach doesn't really come close to the roots, because if that happens, you will have, like I said before, ashy blonde roots, and you don't want that. So try and avoid that. But like I said, sometimes you can't help it, it happens. So I will show you afterwards, if you keep on watching, how to resolve that. So when I'm almost done putting the bleach on the hair, I'm going to put it in the foil and let it sit in for about 30 minutes and move on to my bundles, my 3 bundles. But I'll be working on the longest length, the length 16, and start off by first cutting it, of course, making sure it's all loose, and working with the same bleach powder that I was using before, and also my developer. Now I am eyeballing it. If I was to use this or do this on a client or somebody, I will definitely measure it and just not eyeball it. But because I'm doing it for myself, I don't mind, and I'm doing the same thing like I did on the closure. I'm working first on the bottom and I'm working my way upwards. So I'm starting at the bottom and then working my way upwards. And why I'm doing this is because where you apply your bleach the first is where your hair will be the lightest, and I want my ends to be the lightest of all, if it's gonna work. But I think I'm gonna definitely bleach it twice. Then what I do next is I turn it around because the bleach hasn't gone through the other side, and I'm just applying some more bleach on the hair till it's fully covered. So I'm opening the weft just to see if the bleach is on every strand, and as you can see, it's not. So I'm applying more bleach to the hair. Then I use my white comb just to comb it through so the product is on each and every strand. I place it in a foil and leave it on for about 30 minutes. Now I already went ahead and washed and conditioned the hair, but I'll show you guys in a bit how I do it and what I use. But as you can see, the color came out more like, I don't know, not what I really want. So I'm definitely gonna bleach it again. But for my closure, I'm really like, yeah, I'm okay with the results of it. It's see-through, it's good looking, but we're gonna bleach it again. So I'm gonna bleach it for a second time and show you guys how I wash it. So after I'm done, I'm going to rinse out the bleach out of the hair, and you want to make sure that the hair is clear of bleach before you apply some shampoo. And I strongly recommend you use purple shampoo, but at the moment I didn't have some, so I just used what I had, and I was using the neutralizing deep conditioning shampoo with color action from African Pride. I strongly recommend, if you have purple shampoo, or how we call it in Belgium, silver shampoo, you use it, because that one actually removes the yellow orange tones in the hair. Afterwards, I put my hair in a plastic sack, deep condition it for about 20 minutes and come back with these results. Now off to the next stop. We are going to color the hair. Now I have two boxes in front of me, one of Cream of Nature and one of Dark and Lovely. Why two boxes? I just had it standing home and I wanted to get rid of it. As for the colors, I'm using the Dark and Lovely color 379 Golden Bronze and Cream of Nature 7.3 Medium Warm Brown. So as you can see, I'm sectioning my closure and I'm going to apply the color on my roots, not too close to the lace because otherwise you have a messy mess, and believe me, you don't want that. And why I'm starting on the roots, because I want my roots to be a little bit darker than my ends, and because it's a little bit ashy like I told you guys before, I do want to like minimize the damage that I make by just coloring the roots a little bit darker. And if I'm done with the roots, I'm just gonna go ahead downwards, work my way down on my ends and the strands and do the same for the other side. And I think I'm gonna let this sit in for about 30 to 35 minutes. So I'm gonna do the same thing for my weft. For my bundles, I'm gonna start on the top close to the weft where it's a little bit black and rub it in with my hands. And if you're wondering what color I'm using there, I was just mixing both of these colors together, and at the end you won't even notice because the two colors kind of do look similar after I applied it. So I was actually mixing both of these colors together. Now I'm going to just continue putting the product on the hair and making sure that afterwards I comb it so the product is in each and every strand, and then afterwards leave it in for about 30 to 35 minutes, wash it with some color shampoo and moisturize it with some color deep conditioning. And as you can see, this is my results. As for my closure, you can definitely see that if I open it afterwards and show you guys, it's a little bit ashy, but yeah, I think it's time for me just to show you guys the finishing result and sew it in. I'll be right back. As promised, I'm going to show you how I cover up my roots, my ashy roots, by using Cover Your Gray color black. And I'm going to apply this as close as possible to the roots. Now afterwards I'm going to go in with my concealer and voila!
Enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to watch part 2, which I am going to show you how I install my hair. So stay tuned.